Ricotta Pesto Pancetta pasta could not be more simplistic, y'all. Trust me, whether it is a date night with the hubby or wife, or you're just wanting to have some friends over and show them how amazing you can cook, trust me, this recipe is for you. Let's get to cooking. Starting off with the hardest part of this whole entire recipe, it's the pancetta, and it's already pre-diced for me from the grocery store. Gotta love that. I love pancetta. I love the saltiness of it. Most importantly, I love how quick and easy it is to cook. If you've never had it before, think of like thick Italian bacon. That's exactly what it is. Just adds the most incredible flavors. We gotta talk about the sauce. In your blender, I'm using a mini blender today. You don't need a giant one. I'm using just a few ingredients. I've got ricotta. If you don't like ricotta, you can use Boursin, which I am using Boursin cheese, which is similar to like goat cheese.
What are we using here again?
Ricotta.
Okay.
I am not Italian at all, clearly, but for today's purposes, I'm going to pretend like I am. So that's about a good cup, I would say. Don't overfill it. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of Boursin cheese. Boursin cheese is awesome, like I said. Very similar to a goat cheese texture, which if you know CJ and you watch his show, he apparently hates goat cheese. Zero.
Hard pass.
I went ahead and pre-cut this, so I'm just using a half of a block of my Boursin cheese here. So now we're gonna add a little bit of garlic cloves. I'm gonna do about 3 cloves of that. Add a little bit of pesto sauce. This adds for such an amazing flavor to this pasta. Some olive oil, basil, and lemon juice, and don't forget a little bit of salt. We're gonna blend it real quick. I love this blender, by the way. It's called the Beast, and it's beastly and it gets the job done. Just keep an eye on it as far as texture goes. You don't want it too thick, you don't want it too watery, really on how you like it. If you want, you can add more olive oil during that blending process, more ricotta, whatever your little heart desires. This is about the texture I like. It looks beautiful. All right, let's just give it a quick taste. Perfect, 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 perfect. Now let me go ahead and check on the pancetta because it is smelling divine. Pancetta is looking good. I'd say about 2 to 3 more minutes, and then after that's done, we're gonna start building. Pancetta is all done. Let's talk about the pasta. I'm using Bucatini. I've already pre-cooked this. I love a thick Bucatini noodle. I only use half the bag, by the way. Now I want to add a little bit of olive oil down and on top. I'm adding water here just to give it a good steam. These are cooked al dente, so that water is going to help cook it a little bit more. Toss it real good. We got to add that homemade sauce we just made in the blender, and then we're going to move on over our pancetta. Then we have to add our sun-dried tomatoes. Give it a good toss, and y'all, this is looking great. It is ready to plate. Let's bring it on over to a bowl here. A little messy making its way into the bowl, but hey, that's okay. We'll clean it up in just a second. Oh, still looks so amazing. We gotta add a couple of toppers to this. You can't forget that fresh grated Parmesan cheese. That is so key. And then a pretty little basil leaf on top just to jazz it up. And y'all, it is looking amazing. My mouth is salivating for sure. We've got to try this. All right, I gotta get a good bite. By the way, yes, I have a spoon. I'm not Italian, but the Italians taught me you use a spoon in this. Okay, here we go. It's a pretty good bite here. Let's give it a whirl.
Baby dance.
Pasta baby dance, indeed. I can hear Gene Martin playing in the background. If I wasn't pregnant, I'd have a giant glass of wine next to me. Obviously, this is an easy meal. It's perfect for a date night meal, but you can also cook it for a slew of people. Make it Italian night, right? Remember, at the end of the day, you gotta keep 3 things. You gotta keep it quick, you gotta keep it simple, and most importantly, you have to keep it delicious. My name's Taylor Mock, and we will see you on the next episode. Cheers.